The Gun Shop Show, the Gun Shop Show. What is it? We don't know. The Gun Shop Show, the Gun Shop Show. Here we go, it's the Gun Shop Show.
Wow. Okay, when we made that theme song, we did not know what the show was.
No.
We kind of do now.
Well, a little over a year later,
Debatable.
we're dialing it in, but I'm going to be honest with you, bro.
We still
I
don't
still
know.
don't know.
We
Yeah,
still
we
don't
still
know. Welcome to the airwaves. Welcome to this program. The regulars will know the voices they're hearing, but if you're brand new to us, you have stumbled upon something called the Gun Shop Show. And it comes to you from the best gun shop in the world, where we are your friends in the gun business, and that is Libertytreeguns. My name is Eli Bruton, owner of the gun shop and host of the show, and I'm joined by some characters that I enjoy spending time with. One of them being our producer, the man. He's like ground control.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And your Major Tower, by the way.
Tom.
Yeah.
Tom?
Yeah, Major Tom.
Major Tom, I think is what you're
Oh,
thinking of.
what did I say? Major Tower?
Yeah.
That makes a lot less sense.
Ground control to Major
See,
Tower.
I got that wrong, so
does.
you could come in like a hero and get it right.
And get that song
That's
right.
'cause I set you
He
up.
sets me up all the time. And that is my man, Trevor Smith.
Hello, everybody.
And then also joining us is our resident gun bunny, sort of, on radio you can't really tell, but if you happen to join us on the live stream, which is something that you're going to want to do, and I'll explain why coming up in the show, because we like to give away guns.
Yeah.
But if you're watching on the live stream, you're going to get to see the eye candy
Oh, yeah.
that is Mr. Logan Jones.
Exquisite.
As we've done this show, we have developed some fans.
Yeah, a couple.
And we weren't sure if that would happen, honestly.
Yeah, it was a surprise to everybody.
still surprised.
We weren't sure if it would happen. But we developed one, and most of our listeners might know, one very hardcore fan. Mm-hmm. And I was thankful always since we developed that fan, but it really hadn't made full sense to me until the moments leading up to this show. Mm-hmm. And now I'm like, I get why she likes the show.
Yeah, like-minded.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah.
So we are joined by what has to be the Gun Shop Show's most hardcore, biggest fan, and that is Miss Lulu. Lulu, thanks so much for coming into the show.
Thanks for letting me out of the closet so I can get here and see you in person.
Yeah, we built a closet, put her in the closet,
Yeah.
and then let her out of the closet.
And right before filming time, she had an idea to do her own Logan-style intro. So if we back up and we announce you, do you think you could do that again?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Okay. So if we said, biggest fan of the show, Miss Lulu.
Looks just like me.
For the radio listener, what you just witnessed is in the way that
I wasn't just breathing heavy.
That was gusts of wind.
so she did her own Logan style Fabio hair blowing in the wind using her own breath and mouth wind.
Which is opposed to the other kind of wind you don't want to have.
If you can get your
Talking
hair,
about that south wind?
if you can get that south wind to blow your hair up, that would be worth witnessing. So
I'm never going to try.
the guys went shooting. The guys went shooting with Lulu, and so we're gonna get a little insight into some of the guns that we've heard when we were checking the voicemail that Lulu has. But we've got some other stuff that we want to get to on the show today. So some of those are Sig Sauer has announced a lawsuit.
Yikes.
For patent infringement, where they claim specifically Springfield Armory is in violation of the patent regarding some of Sig's recent popular products. So we're going to get into that. There is about to be a battle between Sig Sauer and Springfield Armory. Woo! That's probably worth paying attention to. So we'll tell that story. If time allows, we'll play some gun shop show trivia with LuLu.
Yeah.
Oh, exciting.
We may also get to hear from Baby Logan.
Debatable.
There's a good chance Baby Logan has already entered the building.
He's been here the whole time, folks.
Always has been.
We are going to
a grizzled
announce
baby.
the winner of last week's gun giveaway today on the show. That was the Heritage Rough Rider Barkeep. So stay tuned. You're going to find out who won that gun. And then we're going to give away a gun of our own.
Woo!
A brand new one.
Nice.
Brand new used one.
Brand new used. I like that.
Brand new used gun.
One of the things that we specialize in at Liberty Tree Guns is used firearms. And we have become one of the highest volume used gun dealers in the country. And that is by just developing some sourcing that we've had to get great deals on used guns. It's been a little different during the pandemic rush because a lot of people wanted to hang on to their guns. And,
Right.
The used ones sold very quickly. So what I'm hoping to see is that we'll settle back into both providing excellent selection of brand new products from all the major manufacturers, as well as these unique used instances of guns. Because the thing that I love about selling used guns is that they're all different. That actually makes it a challenge. That's what makes it hard, and that's why most people don't get into selling used guns, because every time you get one in, you have to write a description, you have to take a photo, you have to tell a little history of where the gun came from, you have to check its condition. So it's more labor. So we've built a system around doing that, making sure that we put all of those used guns on our Facebook page at Liberty Tree Guns. But the advantage for you as the consumer to follow Liberty Tree Guns, which you can do, you can sign up to our mailing lists and our social media accounts by going to libertytreeguns.com. The advantage to you is that either you're finding a unique gun that is unlike any other gun out there because it's hard to find, because it's collectible, because it's antique, because it's customized, or at minimum, even if it's kind of a common gun, you're getting a good deal. You're getting something cheaper than a new one. And so in that spirit, we're going to give away a used gun today on the show. And guns are one of those things that are actually a really good idea to buy used a lot of times.
Oh, yeah. I believe that.
Always a good investment.
Yeah. Cars, there's I still buy used cars, but there's some challenges, the maintenance is not the same, the wear and tear is not the same, but guns, there's so little wear and tear generally on guns that you can just get a great deal, and you can pretty much know ahead of time whether or not this gun is going to function as the way that it's intended. So today's prize,
What is it, dude?
is, and I want to make this clear, you can win this today. You can enter to win it today and find out if you've won by next show. And so this week we
That is
have...
if they remember to announce it.
Yes. And we'll get,
We're getting better.
all right. So, I've said for a while, the marker of a true friend is not finding someone who will tell you what you want to hear and tell you that you're great all the time. That's what we want in a friend, but what we need in a good friend is somebody like LuLu to say,
I'm
hey,
brutally honest.
The harsh truth.
you are screwing up. You need to get your stuff together.
And here's why.
And that's how a good friend makes you better. And LuLu pointed out, we got too caught up in all of the fun of making a show last week, and we forgot to announce the winner. So I want to make this clear. Every time we've had that happen, which has only been like maybe one other time besides this, we have put the winner in the show notes, and every time the winner is announced there in the show notes. So we will make our very best effort to never forget again to announce the winner of each week's gun. But if we do, you can always go to gunshopshow.com, look at the description, and see the winner's name. So go there to find out the winner we forgot to announce, and then we'll also have the winner posted for this week's show. So this is a used G-Force pump shotgun. 12-gauge shotguns became really hard to get, and even cheap ones got up. Well, what would normally be a cheap one got up $700 for a gun that normally would have been $150 during the pandemic. Just they were in that high of demand, and it, you know, people get all critical about pricing during this. Yes, sometimes the retailer has an influence on the price, but gun broker auctions are proof that it's really the consumer that sets the price. People were putting $150 Maverick 88s used on gun broker, and they were going for $800-900. There's nothing that you can really do about that. So coming up in the show, we're going to give away this gun, and I'll give you further details on how to enter coming up after the break. We're also going to cover the lawsuit with Sig Sauer, and we're going to talk about U.S. Law Shield and why you should become a member, and why I'm a card-carrying member, why Logan is.
Big time.
So we're going to get into that after we get back from the break. And just trust me on this, you guys are going to have fun getting to know Lulu.
Oh, yeah.
Can you send us out? You know what we do right here in this music break.
The Gun Shop Show.
Yeah. We'll keep working on that. Hey, podcast listeners and live stream viewers. I wanted to let you know that the Gun Shop Show is made possible by our friends at Mid-America RV. Being in the customer service industry, I have a really high standard for how customers are treated. Mid-America RV does it right. I've got my RV through their dealership, and I've taken it all over the country. We made it to South Padre Island. We've gone to Colorado several times. And if you've ever owned an RV, you know there's a lot that comes with it. So who you get it from matters, and it's extremely important that you have support after the sale. They're located just outside of Carthage. They have a really vast inventory, and they are home of, I believe they call it a forever warranty. So I urge you, if you're in the market for one, to check them out. It's a really fun and can be very affordable way to get your trips in. So visit them at midamericarv.com. We appreciate their support of the Gun Shop Show. If you're in the market for a travel trailer or fifth wheel, check out Mid-America RV.
Our member's girlfriend is on her way to pick up her kids from her ex-husband's house. She asked our member to tag along because of her ex's temper. As they arrive at the home, her ex emerges yelling and gesturing. He approaches his ex-wife and grabs her, attempting to drag her inside. Fearing for her life, our member, a trained CHL holder, jumps out of the car with his gun drawn and demands the ex-husband release her. Seeing the gun, the assailant retreats. The situation then takes a bizarre turn as the assailant dials 911 to report our member. As a result of the aggressor's lies, our member was wrongfully arrested. Our member had to undergo lengthy legal proceedings. However, he was ultimately cleared of all charges.
Our evenings, or often on weekends, are spending Friday and Saturday nights on the deck with our friends. Before, everybody would be crowded. We could barely sit together. We were walking on top of each other if everybody was on the deck. Now there's plenty of room for everyone to roam around and relax comfortably and have plenty of space.
Specifically, I know that every post they bury to a certain depth with full concrete. They use 6x6 posts, strapping and hurricane strapping on everything. It's how I feel a deck should be built if it's going to be built right.
This just in. Huge cave found beneath the heart of the city. Spelunkers shared tales of an underground cavern system in Carthage, Missouri. Locals report the entrance to be at 10th and Garrison.
Cave Gang Pizza. Stop in and enjoy wings, wood-fire pizza made with local ingredients, and our full bar. Bring the whole gang and uncover a legend.
Hey there. We got your lab results back. It looks like you have a fever, and the only prescription is more Gun Shop Show.
Isn't it crazy to think that was 10 minutes? Woo! Welcome back to the Gun Shop Show. Lulu, I think we need to get you prepared to send us out of those segments. So,
Need some training.
I take lessons quite well.
Right before the break, I was getting into how to get your hands on this 12-gauge pump home defense shotgun. Got the grip. Is this adjustable, or does it just look like an adjustable stock?
I think that's faux adjustable.
It looks a little
faux
adjustable. So you've got the pistol grip, pump shotgun. Let's see, how many capacity on this thing? Probably 5 in the tube and 1 in the chamber.
It looks like it's got some backups out there on the stock too, man.
Yep. So built into that,
Either that or it's
stock does look like shell holders.
You could maybe use that as some brass knuckles or something.
You got any 12-gauge shells sitting around here?
I could find some.
Let's confirm. So this is a used G4 shotgun. This is among the type of inventory, along with hundreds of other guns in stock.
And that's used?
Yeah, you almost can't tell it.
Yeah, it looks brand new.
I don't know if this thing has ever been fired, to be totally truthful.
Is believable, because a lot of the used guns that we sell are barely used.
Yeah, so I'm going to stick my finger in here and run it all around in the chamber.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There's a little bit, but that's probably not... Here.
Yeah, zoom in on that.
Smell my finger, Trevor. Does it smell like that's been...
I smell gunpowder.
Yeah. I think that's probably just a test fire. We generally don't advertise round count unless we have a trustable way to know.
Yeah.
But I would say it's probably safe to say this thing is either unfired or definitely less than 1 box of shells through it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at that.
I don't know if this is a shell holder.
Well,
certainly looks like it should be.
False advertising.
Did they advertise it that way?
I have no idea.
No, they didn't.
Maybe you got a 3.
It looks like a lot.
Yeah, maybe you need 2 3/4.
Maybe.
How would that help with the diameter?
He's testing you,
I'm just throwing stuff out there, dude.
Made you look.
If you'd like to win this shotgun, and to be clear, it's so easy to do.
It's one of the simplest things to do.
Yeah, how do you do that?
One of the most generous giveaways that I've ever seen floating around. And all you have to do is get on the live stream.
Yep.
So you're going to go to Facebook, just however you get on there. If that's your computer, that's your phone, you're going to type in Liberty Tree Guns.
Okay.
And so if you're listening on the radio right now or you're watching on TV, when you type in Liberty Tree Guns, you're going to arrive at the live stream of this show, and you're going to get to see video that includes all of the guests on the show. We're really spicing it up this week by having Lulu on camera. Give you a lot more reason to get on the live stream and get a visual.
That's right. Sorry to disappoint everybody.
No one's disappointed. I'm sure there's some people disappointed that they're not sitting in that seat right now.
I think so.
That is a very aggressive wink.
Oh.
I like how you brought it around. You brought it around
The
town.
full circle?
She brought it from like 7 o'clock all the way around to 4 o'clock.
No, my head just always goes like that.
We're going to get into more with Lulu, but first, get on that live stream.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're going to click share.
Yep.
And you're going to tag 5 of your friends. And every week, people do this. Sometimes it's not even hundreds of people. It's dozens of people.
Yeah.
So you have like maybe a 1 in 20 chance of winning a gun.
Pretty good odds.
It's really good odds.
And for a free gun, I'd be there every week.
And Lulu's pretty much in there each week, sharing, tagging 5 friends, which, by the way,
I'd like to mention that you imitated me quite well when you said, "How do you do that?" That was my invitation to Lulu. It's like, what? But yeah, it sounded like me. How do you do that? But
He's good with the impressions.
no, y'all taught me how to tag.
good.
Now you know.
And
I was running around trying to find somebody to tag.
tagging 5 of her
I
friends.
sweat for no reason.
Tag her in.
Tag.
I can't win nothing.
She's in Aldi's just running into people. Tag 5 friends. Have you heard about the gun shop show?
Yeah, I say that a lot.
Yeah, and
No, I advertise for you all the time.
I was gonna say you were sharing and advocating for us even before there was a prize involved.
Oh, yeah.
Which I thank you very much for.
Yeah.
But Lulu did get in on one of the giveaways, and you won one, right?
I did.
Heck
I
yeah.
did.
That's true.
A nice 9mm that we took out and shot today.
And how long do you think it will last before you take it on a float trip?
I've got a float trip planned this weekend.
So it may be gone after today.
Immediately after this show, she's going straight to the river.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
well, I'm going to wait till it rains a little bit more.
Because it needs to be going fast. That's how you like to
Fast,
float.
real fast. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm a fast gal. You know what I mean?
So, in all you do is you tag 5 of your friends, and that's just in the comments. So, in the live stream, you're going to get 5 buddies that you think would enjoy the gun shop show, and you're going to tag them, which means just start typing their name. And then you're also going to click share on the feed, which is going to put that on your timeline for your friends to see. It won't take you out of the feed, so you can stay in the show and find out what's coming up next. Before we get into some of the fun y'all had at the range,
Yeah.
I want to implore our listeners to do some planning. And I've had to warn our customer base, my friends, because now we have this show and it's funny and lighthearted, and it's easy to separate ourselves from what my relationship was with my customers early on. And I'm training them on how to defend themselves, how to operate in a higher level of mental awareness so that they can keep themselves and their family safe, and imploring them to plan ahead. Meaning, even though planning for civil unrest wasn't the main part of our training that we offered, it was incorporated in it. Have enough ammo on hand. Have a plan for all of the guns that you own. Have a plan for, if this happens, I'll do what. And a lot of people did heed that advice, and they were prepared when we saw this year of craziness.
Yeah.
Some of them didn't, and they were desperate for ammo, and they were like, why is the prices too high? Or, I want to buy this for last year's prices. And I did feel for them, but I said, you have to think before it's time. It can't ever, just like a self-defense scenario, you don't want the first time you've considered these options to be when you're in that moment. So to get prepared, we think about that ahead of time. And one of the things that you need to think about ahead of time is what will be your legal defense for your self-defense. Mm-hmm. Every time you sign a legal document, every time you get in a civil dispute, you never think it's going to happen, right? We never sign an agreement because we think we disagree with the other party. We sign an agreement because things go wrong. So we may not think we'll ever need to defend ourselves because we think we'll always do the right thing with our guns, so there's no way we'll get sued or we'll get charged criminally. Things happen in our justice system.
Yep.
You need to be protected against lawsuits. You need a real Second Amendment attorney that will defend you. No caps, no limits. You can get that with U.S. Law Shield with a simple membership. Takes minutes to sign up. It's less than Netflix. Go to uslawshield.com. Use the promo code LibertyTree. All one word to get 2 months for free and get your rate locked in forever. Right here.
On the Gun Shop Show.
Beautifully done. Hey everyone, the Gun Shop Show is brought to you by Carthage Lock and Key. If you need anything to do with a lock or a key
To success!
Did they tell you to say that?
No, I just thought it sounded good.
They have a mobile service, so they can come to you and cut pretty much any kind of key.
To success!
Or if you lock your keys in your
To
car.
success!
I'm talking even security modern chip keys.
To success!
Trevor, could you just jingle the name of the business?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it good this time.
So, with all of my properties and all of the needs I have, I trust.
Carthage Lock and Key to success.
My name is Chris Anderson. I'm a captain with the San Antonio Police Department. I've been with my agency 27 years. My whole career in law enforcement has been spent with the San Antonio Police Department. I started off as a patrol officer like all others do, patrolling the streets of San Antonio. About 3 years after I was on the department, I made the SWAT team, and I stayed in tactical special operations by virtue of SWAT, the gang units, street crime arrest teams, tactical response units, all types of things within that particular forte until I started to make rank. And I've been a captain for 11 years now, and I've been involved in everything from Homeland Security to patrol operations to the night commander's job, special operations, and now I'm the commander of the Special Investigations Unit. Police officer's job at the scene of a crime is simply to protect the people who are there, prevent further injury or death, preserve physical and testimonial evidence, collect it, and deliver it for processing in a criminal case. We do not determine guilt or innocence at a scene, and it's an important role in our job to remain as neutral and unattached from feelings of guilt or innocence as we can. About 90% of the people that we interact with on the streets at any given time are good, solid citizens who are trying to abide by all the laws that they know. Typically, when they interact with a police officer, it's because they violated something in the things that they don't know. And the Texas Penal Code book and Code of Criminal Procedures, local government laws, family codes, and a variety of other things are in a book that's about 8 inches thick. Most police officers don't know most of the information in it, and naturally that would tend to lead you to understand that most citizens definitely wouldn't know them all. So most of the interactions that police officers in Texas have with normal citizens is involving a law that those folks don't even know exists. Many times, and especially depending upon the level of experience that they have with the job, the speed by which they determine who's an actual suspect and who just may be a person of interest as a witness or possibly a victim is hard to determine initially. Factors that they're aware of at the scene, it all depends on those things to determine whether someone's telling the truth or not. There are obvious cases when someone's trying to deceive us, and there are people who are very good at deceiving the police. At that point, we may take a lot of people into what we term an investigative custody, or make an investigative detention on them for the purpose of determining who the actual suspects, victims, and witnesses might be. And our goal at that time is to legally arrest and take into custody the persons responsible for the crime.
Hey everybody, Eli here, and I'm really excited to tell you that the Gun Shop Show is brought to you by one of my favorite places on earth. Located here in my hometown of Carthage on the beautiful historic square, the Emporium on the square, and the Woodshed. It's a art gallery, an event center, a gift shop. They have art classes, and there's very unique Americana artwork from famous artists like Andy Thomas. They handle a lot of his original framing. Just has this incredible old school vibe, and you can feel the history coming through. Have to check out the art gallery, but then as you work your way to the back, my favorite part, the Woodshed, had a lot of great meals in here. They've got burgers. I love their catfish. Excellent. Chicken and waffles even. It's incredible. And it's also a music venue, so we got to see my favorite band of all time, the Ben Miller Band. Ceiling was literally raining down. They were rocking so hard. But the best thing, owned by one of my favorite people on earth, that's Cherry Babcock. Check out the Emporium on the Square and the Woodshed. Welcome back to the Gun Shop Show.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back.
I was just seeing what kind of filler you guys would throw in there if I left it dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's
so
where
I can talk anytime I want. Then.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Especially if no one else is talking.
I am a barfly. That's a Saturday Night Live thing. You're too young to remember that. That's back in the 70s.
Yeah.
now all Saturday Night Live does is
I know.
ruin people's cryptocurrency investments.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lulu, here in a second, I want to get into what happened at the range.
Yeah, what happened at the range?
But before we do,
It was wah, wah, wah. Like,
but let's talk about, at some point you discovered the gun shop show.
Yeah.
How did that go down?
easy.
It went down easy, like a smooth, like a finely aged wine.
Actually, the first time I happened across it on Channel 12.
Okay, on KODE.
Joplin KODE, yep, on Sunday. I was like, what?
What the
And
heck
I
is
was
it?
hooked. And it was only 1 hour, because they only show 1 hour. And I was like, what? There's going to be more.
It seems like there's more.
Yeah. Well, definitely. You could tell there's more. But, yeah, I don't pay for internet no more. So I was like, well, now I sit at work. After work, just watch some of the gun shop show.
We love it. We appreciate it. So obviously you kind of resonated with what we're doing here, and you called in and gave us some great voicemails. I wasn't sure what to make of you in the beginning, but every time I was entertained, and so this week we were looking.
I can be very entertaining.
We go to our fan group at times and draw direction. What do the fans want to see? Which, by the way, you can just go to Facebook, type in Gun Shop Show Fan Group.
Yep.
This is different than the Liberty Tree Guns business page. It's a group just for our fans to comment things that they like about the show, suggestions, just anything gun related is up for debate or discussion, and entertainment wise.
I'll throw it up here on the screen. Show some folks.
Boom.
The Gun Shop Show Fan Group.
You always get notified when the show's on, but a lot of quality humor in there and conversation.
Yeah, so we got a meme right here, a little picture of a monkey, and it says, "The smell of gunpowder, the crack of the shots, and the ping of falling brass soothes my soul." And so you get a little bit of that kind of
Amen
stuff.
to that.
But we went into the group and we were like, who would you like to see as a guest? And Lulu, with no lack of confidence, says,
None whatsoever.
yours truly. Put me on. I guarantee you won't regret it. So here we are. We're doing it. We're having a good time. We're having a good time.
Have you regretted it yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. But
It's still early in the show.
yeah, it's early. Things haven't even gotten weird yet.
They have.
Oh, trust me. I haven't stood up from this desk in a while. Once I do, you'll understand it has
Get
gotten
real regretful real quick.
Talking about no pants.
Trevor, you're in charge of keeping things running smooth.
So far, yeah.
I have a request.
Okay, you want some hits?
I know
Get
you.
some hits?
I know you like to push buttons.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Turn knobs. Mm-hmm. Yep. Make
pull triggers.
Make results happen.
Mm-hmm. Wear sunglasses.
Could you push a button?
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes it less hot in here.
I did. Is it not less hot?
I'm still too hot.
Yeah.
I got
Too
my
hot
own
for
fan.
TV?
I got my own fan.
I'm always hot, but
Let me
I'm
see.
extra hot.
Let me see what I can do here.
Yeah, let's see. And so right now we could do anything. We could use one of the 7 words we're not supposed to say on the radio, and he wouldn't be able to bleep it out.
That's true.
That's true.
I'm tempted.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm tempted.
One of those words
Doesn't make any sense.
does not seem like it belongs on the
No.
list. There's 7 words. Just go to Google, type in 7 words FCC.
Yeah, if you're familiar with who George Carlin is, he's
I
got
don't
a whole
think that's
bit
how
on
you
it.
spell
Oh,
it.
does he?
Yeah, he's got a whole bit on it. But something that I think we should do is come up with a segment where we do 7 words that rhyme with the 7 words you shouldn't say on the radio.
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like duck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
You get it. You
Duck,
get it.
Duck ain't never hurt no one.
Yeah. Brother Ducker.
Schlitz. Malt liquor.
We're gonna play some gun shop show trivia here in a minute, but before we do,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
I did not have the pleasure of going with you guys, but you all went to the range.
That's right.
And we shot some guns. Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
There was
Or
not a home on that range, though.
No, but there's a couch.
There's not even a bathroom on that range.
There is now.
couch on the range.
Yeah. That's very subjective. Anywhere where you go to the bathroom becomes a bathroom.
Yeah, right.
Simple.
Okay.
You always have a porta potty.
Earth.
That's true.
Earth is just a
The world's the toilet.
glorified toilet.
Yeah. Really, just a hole with water.
That's really all it
If
is.
you think about it, a toilet is not that. It's just a hole in your floor with water.
Pretty sure over there in the Asian places, they just squat over a hole.
You don't even need water, honestly. You just need the hole.
Yeah.
Right.
That's more of a.
The water's more of just a
luxury.
convenience. I saw
They don't have water.
picture of like some medieval style bathrooms, and it was a tower that had little seats that are offset around the tower, and they would just go and it would fall to the ground from outside. So if you're outside
We call
walking
that
along.
here in my country an outhouse.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. Well, the thing about this outhouse is when you went, it went outside
It
of
was
the
an
house.
all the way out
yeah.
house.
It was like, so imagine the foundation, just piles of
really
stuff.
in house.
My husband's grandparents had a 3-seater.
A 3-seater outhouse.
Yeah, because his uncle lived with them. I guess when you got to go, you just. I don't
You
think
just
they even
barge
had
right
any
on in?
partitions
Do your
or
business with your
anything.
family. Well, it's not that much different than a
Are
stall.
you done with the Sears rollback over there?
So
Don't wipe on the gun.
it was a 4-bed, 3-bath, but all of the baths were in the same room, which was outside.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so you went to the range.
Yep.
I'm wondering what you took because I know Lulu, all of your guns were lost, unfortunately.
I brought replicas.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So tell us about some of the replicas that you took to the range.
Well, I brought the Thompson Center Encore
Is that-
223.
And that's the
single
one I
shot.
have in front of me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull this thing out. We're all strapped down here, so
14 inches.
the camera makes it.
The camera adds 2 inches.
There you go.
Minimum.
Right. That's what's going on with my forehead, folks.
Yeah.
That's why it looks so much bigger than the rest of your body.
The camera adds 2 inches to it.
You look like an evil villain from a cartoon.
Oh,
Yeah.
It takes 2 hands.
It takes
to
2
handle
hands.
that
Yeah.
water.
That's
We learned that at the range.
yeah. That's
You're gonna need that extra wrist strength.
yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna clear it here. So we got this 223 Thompson Center.
Yep.
I'm betting that guy puts a little bit of thump on you.
We learned that it was how you say a cannon.
How you say?
I would say it was more. What's the word? Autistic. What's the oral?
that is a word
Yeah,
that we use
oral.
at times to describe
Oral?
Aural. AUR.
Oh, aural.
Yeah,
Aural.
like audibly, it was probably more.
I gotcha.
Of a kick
Oh,
than
yeah, okay, there. Yeah.
in your
The
hand.
percussion was significant. You could feel it.
significant.
I'm a wordsmith.
You're a Smith anyway.
That's my
true.
middle name, Trevor Collins Wordsmith.
I don't believe that. Okay, so you guys got a
Believe that
chance to
would be your
shoot
third
this.
name, sir.
Did you by chance document any of this shooting?
Yeah, I got a couple clips. Yeah, I got some clips.
Why don't you roll one?
I would like to point out these are my husband's guns.
Okay, yeah, these are.
Yeah, it was sad. I need more practice.
Well, that's all right.
We're gonna show the
Plenty of
TC.
practice.
The TC.
Yeah,
Okay,
TC. Let's
do
roll.
it.
So
This is Logan Jones reporting for the Gun Shop Show. We're shooting the Thompson Center Encore Super 14. It's a single shot. Shoots 223, kind of like your AR does. I'm going to load her up now. This is one of Lulu's personal firearms, and I'm really excited to shoot it because I've never shot one. You guys ready? Wow. That's kind of like a cannon.
the thing about
It was. It
Thompson
really was.
Center is they're, I think, a little bit like Pringles. Most guys can't just have one barrel.
On the Gun Shop Show.
I love it. Get better every time.
Land is everything to me. When I was born, I was brought home to the family farm, was raised, learned work ethic there, learned appreciation and respect for life and the land itself, and it just became second nature. I had to be there all the time. whenever I wasn't on the land, I was not happy. But I learned to understand the land, learned to respect it, learn family values. My wife and I have bought a farm besides the one we live on, and it has just been it's been a great investment, and it's been someplace that my son and I have shared the passion of hunting together, and it's just land has been everything in my life. It has kind of kept me focused and gave me a place to be. It's kind of kept me grounded.
Hey, you know what makes this, the Gun Shop Show, possible? It's people who believe in the show. And someone who has believed in the show from the very beginning is my good friend Chris Chapman, owner of Whitehead Farm Supply. Here's a message from Chris.
Guys, my name's Chris Chapman, owner of Whitehead Farm Supply, and I just want to take a few seconds here to let you know that we are going to be proud sponsors of the Gun Shop Show, and we appreciate everything that them guys are doing over there, and we just want to show them our support. Thank you.
So whether you have 2 chickens or 2,000 acres, Chris is your man. Give him a call. I guess that's pretty much the ad.
Whitehead Farm Supply.
Seriously?
Always. That's why you should be immediately insulted.
We are back from break right here on the Gun Shop Show. We are in the first hour. How many segments do we have left?
5 or 6 or
how many
9
left
or
in this hour?
1 or
This is it.
1.
This is it.
This
Okay.
is it.
The reason I bring that up is Lulu pointed out that maybe for our TV viewers, when we forget to explain the first hour, second hour thing, we do a disservice to those viewers, right?
Right.
Because they're watching on television, and the last thing they see is coming up on
The Gun Shop Show.
and then it just ends.
Yep.
And like Bowflex or something comes on, and they're confused. So we want to remind them, if you're watching on TV and you want to see a whole second hour, all you got to do is go to Facebook.
It's already on.
Or gunshopshow.com. You just flip right over. You can go see it right there and make sure you don't miss anything. I wanted to touch on the appeal of the Thompson Center.
Yeah, what's the appeal of that Thompson Center, man?
There are a lot of interests hobbies that other people have, and sometimes from afar you're like, what? I don't get why anybody would want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't understand the appeal, but sometimes if you give it a chance,
Now it works.
sometimes if you give it a chance,
Sorry.
you guys okay over there?
Yeah, we're just talking about guns.
Okay.
Giggle fits.
Okay.
Gun-related things.
Okay. Then anything goes, as long as it's. I was going to say as long as it's gun related, but
Did I
let's be
not
honest.
mention that I have bad manners?
No, you didn't. In fact, that was not.
You taking notes now?
Yeah.
Put that in the show notes.
Oh, no.
Lulu has
Negative.
bad manners.
Terrible manners.
I've got a pros and cons column.
I save them for special occasions.
But the Thompson Center guys are a good example of that. At first, you're like, okay, it's a single shot pistol. It's obviously not for personal defense because it's single shot and because it's kind of big.
Yeah.
So what is it for? Is it for hunting? Well, a rifle might be arguably easier to hunt with. So why does this gun exist? But as you peel back the layers, you can start to see why they're so much fun. And one of them is Missouri's alternative hunting season.
Yes.
So
That has taken a few deer.
Yeah.
More than a few, actually.
wow, that's and so your late husband would hunt with this.
Oh, yeah.
It's because in Missouri there's a whole nother season, and we used to call it black powder season because you'd have your main rifle season, and then you would have another week of black powder season. Well, several years ago they included handguns. They could be center fire, and so that brings this formidable pistol because you can be a little more accurate with a pistol with a 14-inch barrel and a scope, obviously, than you can be a lot of other handguns. So that appeal starts to come into view. But the other thing with the Thompson Center series is you buy the frame and the grip, and then the barrels are sold separately.
Yep.
So you can interchange those, and you guys
Calibers,
mentioned,
yep.
yeah, you mentioned in the, were we on air when you mentioned the safety?
No, I wasn't. So one of the things that surprised me when I was shooting it is that we didn't catch it on camera, but the first time I pulled the trigger, the round didn't go off. And I was like, okay, what's the issue? I had turned the safety off, but to the rimfire variation instead of the center fire. So on the safety, it says C and R. C for center fire, R for rimfire. And I had it turned to rimfire to shoot like 22. And that's why the 223 didn't go off.
And so that's a pretty remarkable feature in terms of just of engineering. So as you guys know, and maybe some of you don't, so I'll back up and explain the difference between center fire and rim fire. So most calibers, especially any significant caliber, is going to be center fire, meaning that the primer is in the center of the base of the round, right? So the firing pin aims for, and the gun is designed in a way where the firing pin hits the center of the cartridge, and that's what ignites the round to go off. But rimfire hits the edge. It's not a separate component. It's all built into one casing. The very perimeter of the round, when it's struck, it will ignite, and that's a cheaper way to make ammunition, and that's the way that you can get 22 long rifle for a fraction of the cost of other rounds. So here's some 22 Magnum, which will be rimfire. I'll pull this out for the live stream viewer if you're watching on camera.
So is it that they put the primer, the very base of that round, and then the gunpowder on top of it? Why would it be cheaper?
Yeah. So rather than having a separate component, because to ignite the amount of powder that you need in here really reliably, in a larger round, you need a separate component that is going to do it every time and burn all of that powder. For the smaller cartridges, you get a couple of things. One is these are generally for sport, not for self-defense. So we can suffer a little bit of reliability. We can concede that on a rimfire because we're typically using it for things where our life isn't depending on it.
Right.
And it's a cheaper way to make it. Although quality rimfire rounds are pretty dang reliable. So yeah, the primer's built into the bottom of the casing. The downside to that, even though it can be made cheaper, is it's not reloadable because we're dinging
destroying the actual metal.
Yeah, we're dinging the actual casing, and there's no way to just replace like there is a primer. In a centerfire cartridge, you can just pop that out and replace it, and you can keep using the same brass or the same, in the case of a shotgun, the same plastic casing many times before it wears out. So it would be cool enough to imagine that you have a pistol frame that would shoot any centerfire caliber that you wanted. And from a design aspect, to imagine that firing pin hits the center regardless of the size of the barrel. So whether you're shooting 30-06 or you're shooting 220 Swift, the center is all you need to aim for. But what's really impressive, as you just showcased, is this has the mechanical ability to toggle between two different firing pins.
Yep.
So the gun contains two firing pins. When you cock the gun, it is readying either one of those. So depending if you have a rimfire barrel on the gun at the time, you can switch this over and use that rimfire firing pin, or you can switch it to the centerfire. And so a lot of guys that use these really enjoy being able to shoot everything from 17 HMR or 17 HM2, which is an even smaller caliber, all the way up to, I have seen 300 Win Mag Thompson
out of a pistol like that,
pistol barrels. And every time the guy that comes in that is buying one,
braver than I am.
You look at them and you're like, I didn't know you were that much of a hard. Is that one of the 7 words?
I don't think so.
I mean, you could use the British version. That's not.
What? Do it for me.
Arse.
Arse.
Yeah.
Arse.
Being a bad arse.
I didn't know you were that much of a hard arse.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
That's kind of hard to say.
Yes. That's what makes it even more bad arse, dude.
I was going to buy a 45 long and 410 barrel put on there, but I bought the stainless, and they never did put out a stainless. I wanted it to match.
Right. Yeah, of course. Yes. And
It's got to look pretty. I like shiny things.
Heck yeah.
And you're right.
Me too.
They don't have to match functionally, but
No.
it's nice if they do.
Yeah, for the looks. But
You know-
I should have went ahead and got it anyway. I don't think he would have cared.
No.
Something that is missing from guns, by the way, guys, speaking of shiny, rhinestones.
I've seen some with rhinestones.
Okay. What about rhinestuds? You seen any of those?
Oh, with studs?
Mhm.
No,
Yeah.
I haven't.
See? Hey, man, I'm
Hey,
on the
man.
verge. I'm going to change the
You're onto
gun market
something.
with fashion.
Have you looked up bedazzled tactical?
I have not. Is that a real thing?
I'm just
No,
predicting.
gotta
It
be.
has to be a real
becoming.
thing.
I'm
It has to be a
predicting
real
that
thing.
if you type that in, something.
I've
is
seen
coming
like
up.
Oh,
Glock
guaranteed,
43s,
dude.
42s bedazzled.
If not, we
I
need to
see
buy that domain.
Bedazzledtactical.com. I like it. You heard it
Y'all
here first.
bedazzle me every time I watch this show.
Oh, that really that
touches my
tugs at
heart.
your heartstrings.
Is there
Yeah.
anything brown on my nose now?
What else did you guys get a chance to shoot at the range?
A lot of stuff. Lots of stuff.
Yeah. We shot that new new DP12.
We tested out new hotness DP12. It's not really new, but they're rare or they're kind of hard to get.
Yeah, the double barrel.
It's a double barrel 12 gauge shotgun, and the cool thing, the interesting thing that I found that when you pump it, you have to fire twice. So your left barrel, then your right barrel. Pump it, left barrel, then right barrel. You can't shoot one and then pump it. No, you have to fire
Because
both.
you would be ejecting.
Okay.
Exactly.
Man, that would, again, goes back to preparing ahead of time. That's going to take some serious muscle memory training to remember to
Absolutely.
do that. Because my body for the last 20 years has fire, pump in that sequence. I've never done anything else. So that would be quite the habit to break.
I bet. Well, we've got some video of that thing we'll have to show after we come back from the break because we're running out of time right now. But that was a fun one to shoot all together. And Standard Manufacturer,
They like the
they
double
don't make
barrels.
standard guns.
No.
They make
No.
logos that remind you of Smith & Wesson.
Their
but-
logos are very standard, but their designs are not.
They're not.
Lulu, you about ready? I'm a lobbyist softball. All this is happening on your favorite gun program right here.
On the Gun Shop Show.
Nailed it.
Beautiful.
Hey, podcast listeners and live stream viewers. I wanted to let you know that the Gun Shop Show is made possible by our friends at Mid-America RV. Being in the customer service industry, I have a really high standard for how customers are treated. Mid-America RV does it right. I've got my RV through their dealership, and I've taken it all over the country. We made it to South Padre Island. We've gone to Colorado several times. And if you've ever owned an RV, you know there's a lot that comes with it. So who you get it from matters, and it's extremely important that you have support after the sale. They're located just outside of Carthage. They have a really vast inventory, and they are home of, I believe they call it a forever warranty. So I urge you, if you're in the market for one, to check them out. It's a really fun and can be very affordable way to get your trips in. So visit them at midamericarv.com. We appreciate their support of the Gun Shop Show. If you're in the market for a travel trailer or fifth wheel, check out Mid-America RV.
Hey members, thank you again for joining us today. I have spent a lot of time talking to several of our independent program attorneys who have all given me the same great practical advice on what to do if you ever have to display or use your firearm to stop a threat. Always make sure you call 911 to report that you were almost a victim of a crime. Why? Because if you don't, there is a very high likelihood that the bad guy will call 911 and report you as the criminal. This exact scenario is illustrated by the story of Scott, one of our members from Colorado. This is what happened. Scott was exiting the supermarket when he was verbally assaulted by two individuals who were looking for an altercation. The verbal assault became so heated that our member was afraid for his life. Scott was forced to defuse this potential deadly threat by displaying his firearm and demanding to be left alone. Being the cowards that they were, the bad guys backed away. Our member, however, made a critical mistake, thinking the situation was over, and drove off. It was only a few blocks away. Scott was pulled over, handcuffed, and taken into custody. How in the world did this happen? Well, the answer is simple. The bad guys called 911 first and reported Scott as the aggressor. The lesson here is criminals lie. Scott was the victim of the crime and was charged with disorderly conduct, and only after a lengthy legal process, all charges were dismissed. Since Scott is a member of U.S. Law Shield, he ended up paying 0 attorney's fees. Unfortunately, this ordeal still disrupted his life. Members, please do not let this happen to you. Thank you, Scott, for sharing your story with us. Members, if you have a great story relating to owning a firearm or how your U.S. Law Shield membership has benefited you, we want to hear about it. Share your story at memberstories@uslawshield.com, and maybe we will include it in our next newsletter.
People are always asking me, Eli, you seem to get the best deals on things. What is your secret?
Glory actions and estate sales.
Trevor, I appreciate you jingling, but I have to say the ad part first because people need to know about the company.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to do it.
And then also, it's it's covering up my face. So
right.
just get a picture like from their Facebook page because that's the best place, and then just put it right up here where the Gun Shop Show logo is. Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'll do better this
and
time.
Then so let me finish the ad, and then you can jingle. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the best place to go is their Facebook page.
Oh, glory actions and estate sales.
You know what? Fine. I'll just move in between the graphics and finish telling people that the best place to find out when
Old Glory actions and estate sales. I think I got it that time, man.
Our member is involved in a brief road rage incident. One driver cuts off another in traffic, and harsh words and gestures soon follow. After the pleasantries are exchanged, our driver goes on his way, assuming the incident is over. However, still agitated, the other driver calls 911 and reports our member as aggressive, possibly having seen a weapon in his hand. In reality, what he saw was our member flipping him the bird. In an incident that can only be described as an overreaction by officers, our member is pulled over. When officers learn that he carries a legal concealed firearm, they arrest him despite a lack of evidence. This incident is just one of numerous member experiences. Be aware when traveling with a firearm. Any aggressive actions made by you, right or wrong, can land you in jail. Don't let it happen to you.
Buckle up, because belts just got better. With Core Essentials, the perfect fit every time. With 40-plus sizing positions. Styles for any situation. Whether in the boardroom, crushing sales and taking names, on your next adventure, in the great outdoors, or when you're done for the day and ready to relax. Get your perfect fit with Core Essentials.
In order to sponsor the Gun Shop Show, send us an email at thegunshopshow@gmail.com.
Listen here, Pilgrim. This here is the Gun Shop Show.
The Gun Shop Show, the Gun Shop Show. What is it? We don't know. The Gun Shop Show, the Gun Shop Show. Here we go, it's the Gun Shop Show.
Welcome back to the Gun Shop Show.
I'm very shocked you kept it so conservative.
Yeah, I know.
She did it for you, man. It was a gift to you.
Not on the little break there, I didn't.
No, see, you think it gets nutty in the voicemail box and it gets nutty on the show. You guys should really check out Lulu during the commercial breaks.
Yeah, it gets like
Nutty in person.
It gets NC 35. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the rating changes.
It's a hard R.
We're talking about that DP12 before the break, but I want to remind you, speaking of 12 gauges, if you'd like to win one, for Smabsolutely 3, I just had a little miniature stroke.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wasn't.
I thought you meant to say it that way.
I was tracking with you on Schmabsolutely.
You should have just went with
No,
it.
my brain was like, what just happened?
I was like, 3 what? Shares?
If you'd like to win a gun for absolutely free, all you have to do is tag
Schmack them.
smack them right upside the schnoodle.
All you have to do is you have to share the feed. And guess what you have to do next?
I know. You got to
what do you gotta
tag
do?
him. You got to tag him.
How many people do you have to tag?
You got to tag 5.
That's correct. Tag 5 friends.
And that don't mean chase him down and tag him in the ear like you would.
Yeah, Aldi's
don't
frowns
like that
upon
either.
that.
I tried every kind of tag. It never worked until they just, they explained what it was.
Ear tags, price tags, every kind of tag there was.
Right with the price tag gun.
Ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
99 cents.
Ka-chunk. Speaking of price tag guns, I've never seen anyone operate a price tag gun like my former business partner, Gabe Royer.
Is that so?
Yeah.
I work with his daughter.
Oh, okay.
And I have to say, hey, Sarah.
Yeah. Hi, Sarah. Oh, we miss you.
She's a regular watcher, too.
I think when you even hear the phrase like former business partner, there's this like connotation that things aren't.
Something happened.
Yeah. But I love Gabe.
He's a nice fella.
We spent we went our separate ways, but you should watch him use a price gun.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like this.
Sideshow.
Like, I'm not joking.
Wow.
That's how fast it was.
How accurate?
Pretty accurate.
Really?
I mean, too sloppy.
We'll say 85% success rate.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome if it wasn't just one item you kept doing it on.
Like he's flipping the dial in the middle of it.
That would have been cool if he'd have put price tags on one.
One buried under another.
Oh, just 15 price tags on one item.
Still impressive.
Beat that.
Yeah. Nobody had a doubt about what the price was.
It's additive.
Before the break, we were talking about the DP12. You got some footage of that?
Yeah, I do.
Let's see how that went down at the range on the Gun Shop Show.
Yep.
This is Logan Jones. I'm excited to shoot this next gun. We're talking about the Standard Manufacturing's DP12. It's a double barrel 12 gauge shotgun. Let's shoot her and see how she is.
She's good.
I had it on safe because I'm an idiot.
No, you were safe.
Be sure I have it on.
That's true. Thanks.
I remember my first gun.
Oh my God. Wow. That's all I have to say.
Well, it didn't play mine. What's up with that?
What's going on here?
This is Trevor.
There we go.
We're going to be shooting the Standard Manufacturing DP12. I'm pretty sure DP stands for double barrel.
Stands for double barrel.
I think I'm all out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it, folks.
Did you eject any live
This
rounds?
is Logan Jones
Did I
reporting for the Gun
inject
Shop Show.
any
We're
live ones?
Did you eject any live rounds on accident by pumping it?
No.
No, actually, we didn't.
I'm surprised. I would really have to think about it.
Well, I mean, obviously for you, it's more muscle memory, but I went into it knowing that I had to do those things.
Yeah.
So I was prepared for it mentally. But I mean, if I had just been shooting pump action shotguns all my life, I probably would have had the same issue.
And see, I think I would have too, but I have a CC Drake over under, so I'm used to pulling the trigger twice.
Oh yeah, that would help.
Yeah, and it did help a lot.
I tried to take a side-by-side double barrel to a charity clay shooting. I've been shooting a pump all my life, and I would hit the first clay or miss the first clay. Regardless, I was shooting.
You hit the first clay.
I'm retelling the story. I can make it a hit,
exactly.
right?
Yeah,
Okay, so
you never missed.
I hit the first clay, and then like I'm literally feeling like I need to pull the pump back, and then realizing I don't, and then looking for the second trigger because it had two triggers. It wasn't one trigger twice.
Oh,
it was two separate triggers, so I'd have to move my finger back. And of course, by that time, the second clay is long gone.
It's gone. It's gone. I had a similar issue going from pump to semi-auto. I was like, pump.
It feels too easy, right?
And then semi-auto, I'm like, oh, it's semi-auto.
Yeah. It is almost. You know what's funny about those things is once you've had the luxury version, it's hard to move backwards.
Yeah.
I found that to be true with vehicles too.
Yeah.
Like you don't feel like you need heated seats until you've had heated seats for 3 years, and then you get a car without it. It's
so hard to regress like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I would probably not buy the car. I'd be like, you don't have heated seats? It's not for me.
Yeah.
I'd rather have refrigerated seats in the summertime.
There's such a thing.
Is there really?
Yes.
Coming around.
Makes you feel like you peed, though. It's weird.
Yeah.
It feels like you peed. Is that what you said?
It is. Yeah, it does.
That is strange.
You just have to try them. Have
Are
you tried
you
it?
talking about the heated or the cold?
No, the AC seats. It's like cold, give you shivers. It's weird. You have to try it.
I have a question for you.
Most people say,
does your pee come out cold?
Yeah, I was going to say, most people think of it as being warm.
No,
you need to have that checked out, bro.
No.
You can't be peeing cold pee, dude.
No, have you ever had wet swim trunks?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Generally, I always get my swim trunks
At
wet.
a certain point, they're cold. And that's what it feels like. It feels like you've peed your pants and you're sitting in it.
This is an experience that I feel like you've probably had way more than I have.
You don't go swimming, dude?
Not enough that I have vivid memories of the sensation.
Canoe butt.
Canoe butt? I like that.
Swamp.
Well, I try to go
canoe
back
booty.
No,
as much as
that's different. No,
Canoe
butt
booty.
is where you. Oh, sorry. That's not one of the 7 words.
No, you can say butt.
Yeah, there you go.
You can say butt.
It's when you have your wet.
Wait, what's
shorts on,
what's
sitting
swamp
there all
bars
day.
then? What's swamp bars?
Oh, that's sweaty. Like if you've been sitting,
Gross.
you know,
Yeah.
that's
That
when it's
smells like
wet
a whole
from-
different thing.
Well, I'm still learning, guys.
Yeah.
Did you know there's an actual product called anti-monkey butt powder?
I'm pretty sure I've seen that.
So
And
look that up for me real quick. That's a real thing.
There's a point in my life where I could have used a lot of that. It was
See,
about 100 pounds ago.
I was gonna say,
Monkey butt.
not only do I know it exists, I considered buying it at one time.
Yeah, like not only are you the CEO of the company, but you're also a customer, that kind of thing.
Dude, that's
That's when your dance monkey dances till it's sweaty.
Yeah.
Here it is, dude.
So this is a real thing.
It's just anti-friction powder with calamine. I mean,
okay.
yeah, but look how happy that monkey is,
Yeah.
guys. Look how happy he is.
So
He is happy.
if you
Look at that.
ride a motorcycle long distances,
How red his booty is, though.
yeah,
He's got there's a problem there. You got a rash, buddy.
yeah.
Anyway,
What else did you shoot at the range?
We already showed the TC, right?
no, we haven't. Wait,
We
yeah,
sh- we showed the video
We
of it,
showed
didn't
the
we?
Thompson Center.
Oh, we
We
showed
shot
you
the-
shooting it.
The one I won, the 9
The Remington
millimeter.
RP9?
shot that. We shot the new CZ Tactical Sport 2,
Yep.
which was fantastic.
Yeah, it was nice.
Spoiler alert, fantastic.
CZ never disappoints.
No, they know what they're doing with the handguns.
Yeah, they got
Hint,
it going.
hint, CZ.
I want to shoot one of those next to the Sig X5 Legion and see which one I like more.
Well, maybe we should do a show on that.
Well,
should.
whichever one wants to sponsor us is the one we like the best.
Speaking of sponsorships, if you would like to showcase your business and really align with your beliefs, if you believe in the Second Amendment, you can do so by becoming a sponsor of the Gun Shop Show.
Yep.
It's pretty affordable. our fans are very hardcore and loyal to the people that we do business with. So if we should choose to have you as a sponsor, you will undoubtedly see results from being a sponsor of the Gun Shop Show.
I know that several of ours have. They've brought it up to me. They've gotten
Absolutely.
got business as a direct result.
So one of our sponsors, and I don't want to necessarily share all of their business, but they have sort of narrowed what they want to offer, right? They don't, they're a little bit older and they want to do just certain things. And they said they have intentionally done away with all their other advertising because they get a steady flow of calls from ads from the Gun Shop Show, and the clientele that they get from those ads are the ones that they want to be spending time. If they're only going to do a certain amount of business, they want those types of clients, and that's working out really good. So one of the things you have to consider is that relationship element of it.
So they want clients like me?
They want Lulus,
They want
exactly.
Lulus of the world. Just keeps the world fun, you know what I'm saying?
And so
Cindy's,
in order to
Lulu's world.
in order to become a sponsor of the Gun Shop Show, Trevor, where do they go?
You just want to go over to thegunshopshow.com, and then you can click that beautiful link that says sponsors on it.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier than that, folks. And here, I'll even show you.
Go to the domain.
Thegunshopshow.com.
The domain.
All right, when we get back, we're going to play a little bit of Gun Shop Show trivia, and we're going to announce the winner of last week's giveaway, which was the Heritage Rough Rider Barkeep model.
I got my fingers crossed.
Stick with us. We'll be right back on
The Gun Shop Show.
Yes, ma'am. Perfect.
Becoming a professional.
Hey everyone, the Gun Shop Show is brought to you by Carthage Lock and Key. If you need anything to do with a lock or a key
to success.
Did they tell you to say that?
No, I just thought it sounded good.
They have a mobile service, so they can come to you and cut pretty much any kind of key.
To success.
Or if you lock your keys in your
To
car.
success.
I'm talking even security modern chip keys.
To success.
Trevor, could you just jingle the name of the business?
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it good this time.
So, with all of my properties and all of the needs I have, I trust
Carthage Lock and Key. To success.
Our evenings, or often on weekends, are spending Friday and Saturday nights on the deck with our friends. Before, everybody would be crowded. We could barely sit together. We were walking on top of each other if everybody was on the deck. Now there's plenty of room for everyone to roam around and relax comfortably and have plenty of space.
Specifically, I know that every post they bury to a certain depth with full concrete. They use 6x6 posts, strapping and hurricane strapping on everything. It's how I feel a deck should be built if it's going to be built right.
Hey everybody, Eli here, and I'm really excited to tell you that the Gun Shop Show is brought to you by one of my favorite places on earth. Located here in my hometown of Carthage on the beautiful historic square, the Emporium on the square, and the Woodshed. It's a art gallery, an event center, a gift shop. They have art classes, and there's very unique Americana artwork from famous artists like Andy Thomas. They handle a lot of his original framing. Just has this incredible old school vibe, and you can feel the history coming through. Have to check out the art gallery, but then as you work your way to the back, my favorite part, the Woodshed. Had a lot of great meals in here. They've got burgers. I love their catfish. Excellent. Chicken and waffles even. It's incredible. And it's also a music venue, so we got to see my favorite band of all time, the Ben Miller Band. Ceiling was literally raining down. They were rocking so hard. But the best thing, owned by one of my favorite people on earth, that's Cherry Babcock. Check out the Emporium on the Square and the Woodshed.
This just in. Huge cave found beneath the heart of the city. Spelunkers shared tales of an underground cavern system in Carthage, Missouri. Locals report the entrance to be at 10th and Garrison.
Cave Gang Pizza. Stop in and enjoy wings, wood-fire pizza made with local ingredients, and our full bar. Bring the whole gang and uncover a legend.
Sip.
Got me on the sip cam.
Yeah, total accident every time.
If you would like to sponsor the sip cam and have this be the Don's Heating and Air sip cam.
Ooh, I like that.
Or something like that. You just let us know. Go to gunshopshow.com.
Roadkill Cafe sip cam.
Now is time to remind you that if you'd like to win a 12-gauge pump home defense shotgun, you can do so by sharing the feed and tagging 5 of your friends.
That's right. Want to talk about some more?
And we need to announce the winner of last week.
We're going to do that right meow?
I'm going to do that right meow.
All right, do it. Who is it?
Can I get a drum roll?
Oh, wait, hang on. Someone suggested that we use gunfire. We've done the beatbox drum
Do you have
roll.
gunfire ready?
That did not sound good. Yeah, so right here, ready to go. Probably going to be an ad. Turn that down so that we don't hear that. And then,
that
all
was
right.
the wrong beat.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, that's too sad. Here we go.
We need consecutive gunfire.
Playback speed.
How about machine gun gunfire?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Could you do that?
Let's work on that later. Just do the drum roll for this episode.
Hey, Lulu, could you just do pew pew as fast as you could? And the winner is Angel Toll. Angel Toll.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yay!
Is the winner of the Heritage Rough Rider Bar Key.
Any relation to Jethro?
It says
long
here,
distant cousin, I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
It says here, yes, according to my show notes.
Here
All
we go.
right, congratulations.
There it is. I'm late, but I got it.
Yeah. Could have saved that for next show.
Yeah, but now we know. Now we know.
Now it's
Machine
ruined.
gun.
That was celebration.
Yeah, that was like the fireworks afterwards.
So there's a little bit of exciting news for the Gun Shop Show. We've recently been making enough waves that some other radio stations and platforms are interested in having the Gun Shop Show on.
Ooh,
So I'm
that's
going
exciting.
out even further than usual.
Yeah, we're going out on. We're taking Lulu to the world, and the world to Lulu.
are we going international?
We already have. Yeah.
Yep.
Last couple weeks we've had some. Well, it was a week before last. We had Callum from overseas.
That's
We've had
right.
some other suggestions of some international guests, and we enjoy that.
Yeah, next week we're going to be meeting with Mike Lindsay. He is a firearms advocate from Northern Ireland, I believe.
Aye, that he is.
I love it. But I will tell you this. I've seen some of his posts. I wouldn't guess that he was Irish at all.
I got
Not a
Irish
lick of accent in his text
Seriously?
form. Yeah. You'd think.
Oh, you mean written? You think he was going to spell it out all Irishy
Irish
sounding?
Why not, man? The Australians did it.
Well, whatever works.
In the back. All right.
Here's what I'd like to do in the remainder of this segment. I would like to begin playing some Gun Shop Show trivia. And now it's time.
Now I get the music.
Okay, Lulu.
There's the music.
Lulu, what you didn't know, as we have developed an entirely new segment on the show, Gun Shop Show Trivia. You're the first.
I'm overdeveloped.
That'll balance us out because we're all underdeveloped.
Very much so. Very much so.
So you're going to be the first ever contestant on Gun Shop Show Trivia.
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Okay.
Where's my buzzer?
That's a great. You hit.
Well, she is the only contestant, so.
So what? So what, Trevor? We are still
to
gonna
rain
have
on
a
our
buzzer.
parade.
Yeah. How about
Still need the buzzer.
you hit Logan on his hairy elbow and you make a noise, and when you're ready to buzz in. Deal?
I like that. Use what you
Let me
got.
get my elbow ready.
Is it all right with Mrs. Logan if I touch his elbow?
I feel like
Yep, she said it's okay. Cool.
I feel like
She's right over here.
I feel like as long as it's aggressively, it will be safe. Okay.
Oh, hang on.
Wait.
It just got too weird.
It's getting weird.
Okay.
He's saying hit me hard.
Each question can only be answered by a hardcore fan of the show. These are all moments that one may have gathered from watching the show.
What if I don't know him?
You just make up the answer.
That's not gonna be okay.
Then you won't become a millionaire.
This isn't Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Or
He wants to be a gunner.
Who wants to even be mildly successful? All right.
Me.
First question. Okay. Which food does Trevor have a borderline creepy obsession with? Is it A, smoothies, B, tacos, C, sandwiches, or D, fruit by the foot?
Tacos.
That's close. I'd have to say it's up there. For
Excellent guess. However,
Because that was one of the passwords for winning the.
he likes tacos.
Yeah.
However,
no, he loves tacos.
I do love
he gets
tacos.
weird around sandwiches.
I have a love affair with sandwiches. Now, we haven't gone into great detail about the love
Now
of
the only
sandwiches.
reason I said tacos is because when you had the $50,
Yeah, it was fuzzy tacos.
There you go.
See,
And he's eating tacos for lunch today.
I know, that's all I talked about all
yeah.
day.
He's throwing you off.
Excellent guess.
It was. That's why I said it's a really close second on that one.
But sandwiches is the category with which Trevor may open a very strange restaurant. Tell him the name of it.
It's gonna
Don't
be.
say it out loud.
That's what it's gonna be. I didn't say it out loud. I thought it.
And that's one of the 7 words. Is
Yeah,
the title of the restaurant.
My sandwich shop has one of the 7 words you can't use on the radio.
Is it the one that runs the beer?
beep sandwiches. You
Okay.
fill in the blank.
All right, next question.
Okay.
When Logan was a child, what did he pretend to be on the trampoline? A Power Ranger Transformer. B, a karate Pokemon. C, a Bugs Bunny bodybuilder. Or D, a member of NSYNC but with superpowers.
Is there an E?
You forgot to buzz in.
Well, that's because it was a question on the question. Let's see. I'm going to say.
Looking him up and down.
I'm going with my era. It's going to be a Bugs Bunny bodybuilder is what I would think.
See, I would think so too.
Another excellent guess, and that happens to be what he actually looks like.
Hey, what's up, Doc?
But the correct answer is B, a karate Pokemon.
In which I jumped up and kicked my dad in the face.
So it's real karate.
I remember that story.
Real karate.
I remember that story.
Yeah. So something about that.
So
I
you
still
be
feel like
karate.
he
Kick
wants
'em
to
on
kick
instead of
him on.
Pokemon.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to
Logan-
act like I don't know the actual names, and we're just going to move on.
Yeah.
Last time he's like, when you got a Charizard, for example, and like he gets way into it.
I'm more of a Hitmonchan than a Hitmonlee kind of guy, you know what I'm saying?
I have to give credit to whoever came up, or Eli, for the other answers of that, because those are pretty good.
They were good.
All right, when we get back from the break, we're going to have more Gun Shop Show trivia. We're going to get into this story of Sig Sauer suing Springfield Armory.
On the Gun Shop Show.
That's my fault. I didn't give you enough time.
People are always asking me, Eli, you seem to get the best deals on things. What is your secret? I don't
Glory actions and estate sales.
Trevor, I appreciate you jingling, but I have to say the ad part first because people need to know about the company.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to do
And
that.
then also, it's it's covering up my face. So
all right.
just get a picture like from their Facebook page,
Yeah, I
because
got-
that's the
I
best
got one here.
place. And then just put it right up here where the Gun Shop Show logo is.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'll do better this
And
time.
then, and so let me finish the ad, and then you can jingle, okay?
Okay.
All right. So the best place to go is their Facebook page.
Oh, glory actions and estate sales.
You know what? Fine. I'll just move in between the graphics and finish telling people that the best place to find out when
Old Glory auctions and estate sales. I think I got it that time, man.
Land is everything to me. When I was born, I was brought home to the family farm, was raised, learned work ethic there, learned appreciation and respect for life and the land itself, and it just became second nature. I had to be there all the time. Whenever I wasn't on the land, I was not happy. But I learned to understand the land, learned to respect it, learned family values. My wife and I have bought a farm besides the one we live on, and it has just been a great investment, and it's been someplace that my son and I have shared the passion of hunting together, and land has been everything in my life. It has kind of kept me focused and gave me a place to be. It's kind of kept me grounded.
Hey, you know what makes this, the Gun Shop Show, possible? It's people who believe in the show. And someone who has believed in the show from the very beginning is my good friend Chris Chapman, owner of Whitehead Farm Supply. Here's a message from Chris.
Guys, my name's Chris Chapman, owner of Whitehead Farm Supply, and I just want to take a few seconds here to let you know that we are going to be proud sponsors of the Gun Shop Show, and we appreciate everything that them guys are doing over there, and we just want to show them our support. Thank you.
So whether you have 2 chickens or 2,000 acres, Chris is your man. Give him a call. I guess that's pretty much the ad.
Whitehead Farm Supply.
Seriously?
Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma devastated the Texas and Florida coast, causing unprecedented damage. During difficult times like these, we tend to experience the best out of people, as seen in countless heroic images of neighbor helping neighbor. However, these events can also bring out the worst out of people, seeking to take advantage when you are the most vulnerable. From the moment rain and wind started, calls have been pouring into our emergency attorney hotline from members who were forced to abandon guns in their homes overtaken by floodwaters, as well as members who have had to protect their property from looting. Our member John was one of those callers after he was forced to use his gun. Here is his story. During Harvey, John and his son were combating the water that continued to rise in their home. Suddenly, John noticed a truck driving up and down the street, creating wakes. Each time the truck passed, it pushed more water into John's home. As the truck was coming back around, John's son went out to confront the driver and ask him to stop. John didn't recognize the truck as being from the neighborhood and was worried the driver might be casing the street looking for an opportunity to loot empty houses. Responsibly and legally armed, he followed his son outside. As John walked toward the truck, the driver started accelerating straight at his son. John, fearing for his son's safety, fired a single shot in order to startle the driver and give his son time to move. When the police arrived, they intended to arrest John for deadly conduct. He called the Lost Shield emergency hotline and was immediately advised by his independent program attorney. After the attorney talked to the police, they determined that a crime had not been committed because John acted in lawful defense of his son. Thank goodness John is a Lost Shield member and knew exactly what to do when the police arrived. We were there for John when he needed us most, and we are here for you 24/7 with our attorney-answered emergency hotline.
Love it. Welcome back to the Gun Shop Show. Let's get right back into Gun Shop Show trivia. Trevor, do you want to read any of these questions? You want to pose any?
Sure. Yeah. Here, let me throw up our contestant here. Throw her up, not throw up on her. Just to be clear. All right.
Thanks
I
for
appreciate
clarifying.
that, sir.
By the way, would you like to be a guest on the Gun Shop Show?
You may get thrown up on.
That's one of our disclaimers.
All right, Lulu.
Yes. I am ready.
What is Eli's favorite color? Is it A, red, B, yellow, C, green, or D, orange?
I'm gonna say green.
Oh, ding, 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 ding.
That is correct.
Really?
Yeah.
Unbeknownst to him, yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but Trevor assures me, having been my graphic artist for a number of years now.
More of just an affirmation because you self-proclaimed it on another podcast.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that though.
It's
You
my
knew
favorite
that.
color.
Well, it was obvious to me because
Yeah, green is.
every power pluckers, green.
That's true.
Liberty tree, green.
That's true.
Gunslide,
Well, it's a tree, though.
gunslide guy, green.
Envy, green. Everyone's envy of Eli. Envious.
All right.
I can even spell it with my 9th grade education right here in Carthage, Missouri.
Logan,
Yes.
can you pose the next trivia question?
I can.
Can I still slap him?
Yeah, I hope you do.
Okay.
Actually, go ahead and aim up in this area. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, right there. Right there.
Okay, that'll be perfect.
Okay. Lulu,
Yes.
which of the following has Eli bonked on the head? A, his employees. B, turkeys. C, squirrels. Or D, gun control advocates. Beep, beep, beep.
It should be gun control advocates.
It should be, but that is incorrect.
Oh, man.
We were going for B, turkeys.
Now, when he talked about that, he did proclaim how he would like to start bonking his employees on the head. And it was recommended that might result in lawsuits.
Go.
Brings back memories.
He's having flashbacks.
Those are
right
some
now.
of the last gobbles they ever made.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
The PVC pipe was fatal for the turkeys.
I remember that story. It was an awesome story.
I feel like it would only be mildly discomforting to employees, and they might remember. Dude, I'm going to tell a story that happened to me at another business that I own this morning.
Oh.
Yeah, turn the audio off.
Oh, I thought it was going to make it a little more intense.
I get a message.
Okay.
From this employee that I don't really know. I didn't hire. And she said, I can't go into work because this other person has me locked out. I was like, you mean they didn't show up to unlock for you? No, they're in there and she's not letting me in. And I'm like, did you knock? And she's like, she knows I'm out there. She heard the jiggling. I'm like, how do you know she heard you? Just knock on the door. She's like, I'm not going to beg to come to work. I'm like, so it turns out the manager's in the walk-in freezer, has no idea that they've shown up. She messages me and throws a fit and then just drives away. And they tell her, you have to come back for your shift. And she quits.
Wow.
I don't think she was really looking for a job.
What?
You know what I mean?
I don't think so.
What is happening?
It was so bizarre.
Well,
That is ridiculous.
Oh,
That
just
sounds made up.
Oh, I know. It was so weird. I'll show you guys the screenshots of it.
That is weird, man.
It was, and she, you know.
She likes that unemployment that's going out.
Yeah, that's right. What's funny is she loses it and says, I quit. And our manager, who's pretty savvy, he's been around the block a time or two, just immediately puts, I accept your resignation, which means you can't get unemployment now.
That's right. You can't quit and get unemployment. That's not how it works.
It's funny. It's funny to me to think that her effort was jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Yeah, I'm gonna quit.
She jiggles and she's like,
The door's too hard to open.
what should I? She's like, she could have seen on the security camera I was here. I'm like, yeah, that's what the manager is doing. Is sweating on the security camera, waiting to see if you show up. And your options are raise your hand 3 inches and knock on the door, or I think I will look up the cell phone number of the owner of the company.
Oh my gosh, right?
And tell him that she's not letting me in. And then Yeah, she flew off the
Well, it
handle
sounds to
quick.
me that you're better off.
Yeah, that's kind of what
I think she
everybody.
probably lived in a safe space for part of her life.
Yeah, she. That was the most crazy thing I've ever experienced.
Then she went and petted her support animal, which was a turkey, by the way.
She petted it too hard.
It had been
She
bonked on the
that
head.
turkey.
It was one of those turkeys that was slow, but you thought it might come around.
Now that story reminded me of South Park, where Gobbles is the only one. Gobbles was the only one that lived through that.
His head was sideways.
Because they sawed off all the turkey's head. He's like,
It
Gobbles.
was special.
Did he really say gabba?
Yeah, he did it with a
It's like Timmy.
That's
Timmy? Timmy.
Such a good show. We got some more.
Oh yeah, let's get right back into Gun Shop Show trivia.
What do we got left here? Okay.
This is like a show of all Showverdrive. Have you noticed that?
Pretty much.
Are we already in the
Been a-
Showverdrive?
not yet.
Oh, okay.
but we're
I
but we've-
that went fast.
We got about 1.5 segs left.
Okay, let's get back into the Gun Shop Show trivia.
I'm sorry, I don't
cue it.
smoke cigs. Oh, you said cigs. Never mind.
I know you're going with that.
What?
Okay,
I'm
the
ready.
last one.
Make it an easy one.
I just want to make it clear that
What's the biggest fan's name?
I just want everyone to know that I did not write this question.
Yes, he did not write it.
Which of the following was missing from Trevor's childhood? A, his dad. B, his father. C, one of his parents. Or D, all of them.
I'm going to go with D.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Congratulations, you are the first ever winner of Gun Shop Show trivia.
Yeah,
Best
I got
contestant of all time.
We need to get some appropriate tunage here, guys.
Yeah, some winter music.
Yeah, here we go.
They're shooting at me.
The radio station that was interested in having us on some
Up
other
until this moment.
I just got a message they're out.
And wait, this hasn't even aired yet. It's like they're hanging out with us. Hey, man, can you spoil for us where these radio stations might be located?
They don't deserve you.
All over.
They don't deserve you.
So if you look
out.
on the globe, they're kind of
Missouri?
here,
Yeah.
but then also over here.
Yeah.
Is it Missouri? Kansas?
Keep
Arkansas?
guessing.
Oklahoma?
It's one of the states.
So let's get into this story about Sig Sauer.
Let's get into it.
Why don't you pull up the announcement, the Sig announcement letter, and we'll read from that.
What are they doing? They're suing. That's right.
Yep. Sig is suing Springfield Armory over their patent on their magazines.
Yeah. Not cool, Springfield. Did I already do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have one of their sights on my AR-15.
The Sig?
Sig makes
Actually,
some
it's
good
right.
stuff.
Pull it up
Right
here.
here.
Look how
Ooh,
pretty.
look at that.
It's a Sig 4T or something like that. 4H.
4H.
My apologies.
It's a 4.
It's
Never settle. Isn't that quite the tagline to go with a lawsuit?
Oh yeah, never. Oh, that's pretty funny. They're like, that's not our actual.
I got that,
corporate.
Trevor.
I thought it was a joke when I first saw it and forgot that is their tagline.
Yeah, but they just changed it for the lawsuit. They changed it back afterwards.
We might settle.
All right, we got one more segment on the radio, and then we have the Showverdrive coming up. Stick with us right here.
On the Gun Shop Show.
Commercial idea for net fishes. I walk into the commercial director, we'll call him's office. I say to him, "Hey, how's it going?" He replies, "Good. We got your commercial ready to go. Are you ready to listen?" "Yeah, but before I do, I have an idea I want to float by you." He says, "Okay," a bit sarcastically. And I say, "All right." And I clear my throat and I start singing this song, something similar. Net fishes, we're all really good friends, hanging out and stuff, and having memories to talk about when we were young. Snit fishes. And I say the business name wrong, like fish nets. He replies, that's terrible. And you didn't even say the right business name at the end. It's your business. Then it cuts to fish snatches. Net fishes, where we can all be friends. And commercial.
The Gun Shop Show costs money to make, and the Gun Shop Show is brought to you by pecans and cheese. Not really. Actually, we didn't have any sponsors for this segment, and so I decided that I would take a snack break, and also I decided if you guys are tired of listening to me eat cheese and nuts, that you need to buy an ad. So from now on, if our ad sponsorships don't sell out, you're going to have to listen to me eat nuts and cheese. In order to sponsor the Gun Shop Show, send us an email at thegunshopshow@gmail.com.
Next week, chips.
The Gun Shop Show, brought to you by little old ladies. They're little and they're old. They're little old ladies.
Welcome back to the Gun Shop Show. Remember, if you'd like to win a gun for absolutely free today, all you have to do is share the feed, tag 5 of your friends, and you're not required, but I also invite you to go to libertytreeguns.com, where you can always see all of our inventory live and tell what's in stock. Sometimes I get messages from you guys. You say, do you have any of this? And I have to say, I have no idea, because I'm not out there looking at it. But I can do exactly what you can do, which is go to libertytreeguns.com and search for it. And then if it says in stock in the store or ship to store, you'll know what your options are. So definitely go check out libertytreeguns.com. And Trevor's giving us a little demo on screen. Typed in Springfields. You can see everything there ready to add to your cart related to Springfield. A lot of accessories.
Even though we're in Carthage, right?
Even though we're in Carthage, we can see results for Springfield.
I'll be doggone.
We do have listeners in Springfield, Missouri.
That's right.
Yes, we do.
Probably
Yes, we
have
do.
as many Springfields as there are across the country. I'm sure we have listeners from other Springfields, if I had to guess. I'm sure that we got a fan who works for Springfield Armory. For now.
Yeah.
If Sig has anything to do with it.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, so pull that up on screen, and I'll see if I can read it. It says, today, Sig Sauer, Inc. filed a lawsuit in the United States District Court for the Central District of Illinois' Rock Island Division, alleging that Springfield Armory infringes 2 SIG patents released. I can't tell what that word is.
Relating to SIG's P365 magazine.
The P365 has been a tremendous commercial success due to the innovative design of the high-capacity magazine. In its complaint, SIG alleges that Springfield Armory's making and selling of certain Hellcat, quote-unquote, Hellcat branded magazines infringes upon 2 SIG patents. Sig Sauer is seeking injunctive relief.
I've had that relief before.
I've needed that relief. Doc,
I think I'm having one right now.
I need a little injunctive relief. As well as monetary damages for Springfield Armory's past and ongoing infringement. When Sig Sauer...
Oops, sorry, dude.
That said Space Cowboy.
Yeah.
Something flashed
Yeah,
up
I
on
don't
screen.
know what Space Cowboy is.
Let me get back into this. When the Sig Sauer P365 was introduced, it took the market by storm as the most innovative, high-capacity micro pistol to be introduced due to its magazine capacity, which quickly became one of the top-selling handguns in the market due to this unprecedented innovation. SIG is not a litigious company, but given the extent of infringement by Springfield, SIG has a responsibility to protect both our intellectual property and the significant investment we make to develop our innovative products. As a company, we are proud to yield more than 100 patents worldwide, with more than 40 patent applications currently pending, and protect ourselves and our extensive research, blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah.
I have no intellectual property.
I barely have any actual property, let alone intellectual property.
But look, I can look intelligent.
That does make a tremendous. That does
Just throw some glasses up on her now.
Someone at Sig Sauer said, "Boss, have you seen this new Springfield Hellcat?" And then the person behind the desk went, We're not a litigious company, but this is of concern. I mean, it would have a significant financial investment.
If I get this
Can we
right,
get an injunction on that. Injunction, what's your
Carl
function?
injunction.
How can I get some? I can't get no injunctive relief. That doesn't roll off the tongue.
No.
You're gonna have to work on that one.
Were you trying to do like satisfaction? I can't get no.
There's a line of a song. I can't get no relief, but it does not say injunctive.
I was going with the conjunction, junction. What's your function?
Injunctive relief function. What's your junction?
Squatting over a hole.
I think we're all reaching right now.
A 3-man outhouse. I don't know. I don't know if that's a reference the listener was in on or not.
Just out of curiosity here, so is this magazine like it's barely wider than a single stack and just thinner than a double stack, and that's patent worthy?
That's the kind of magazine you really don't want to go buy. Double stack magazines.
Especially if they're stuck together.
But did you go there?
Double stuck magazine.
You don't want to double stack a triple stack.
You don't want to do that.
Double stack. So that's a valid point, though.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, Trevor. And I bet has there been a response from Springfield yet?
I don't think so.
You mentioned something they said or did.
Let me see if I can find it. I think they just pretty much announced that they were sued.
They were like,
We didn't do no such thing.
They were like,
oh no, you didn't.
it was probably like May something 2021.
Yeah.
The Springfield Armory Inc. declares,
No, we didn't.
I think we need to have a little bit of a time frame for our viewers and listeners. So Sig came out with a P365, kind of revolutionized the micro compact world with a 10-round mag.
Everybody
and
wanted it.
Really tiny gun, whereas before it was 6 to 7 rounds. You get 3 to 4 additional rounds. Crazy.
Right.
And then Springfield came out with the Hellcat a few months later, and they could fit 11 rounds in a gun essentially the same size. Yeah.
So they were able to fit more rounds in a mag than Sig was.
Their designer or whatever engineer came up and he was like, "Hey, is it okay if instead of 10, the mags fit 11?" And they were like, I would say so.
I would. He's like, I don't know. Let's do some market research. Hey guys, would you all care if there was an extra round in your magazine? And everyone was like,
"Is it the same round?"
Because if it was a different one, maybe I would have a problem with that. Like
10 9mm and then 1 10mm.
That's to get the job done.
It's like a bookmark.
So
that way you know when you're halfway through.
You would have. You got to stop, eject the magazine, take that 10mm round out, put it in. So
it's so simple.
I don't know why they're jealous. Then it seems like it's kind of a cruddy. I was almost used to one of them 7 words.
You can't.
Not yet.
So
that didn't sound intellectual.
No, it didn't.
You're gonna want to bring the glasses up.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the problem. You can't those up. Keep those up there.
Are you just wanting me to try to cover my face?
So we've been joking a lot, but Trevor brought up an excellent point, and this is one of the things that I learned. See, I didn't always know what was able to be patented and what wasn't. Mm-hmm. And one of the criteria is that it has not been long-standing in the marketplace, whether patented or not. So let's just use just a common thing. Let's say a garden hose.
Okay.
So you thought being able to transport water through a small flexible tube was a good idea.
Okay.
If that had been being done for 50 years, you can't put a patent on it. It's people use it, people know about it, they've been aware. Now, you can always add on to an idea in a way that's truly different. So if you said, I have a garden hose and it's made out of a material where it can be collapsed into a small can, and then it expands when you turn it on, and now it's a new premise of a garden hose. So I can patent that part, and only the infringement on the thing that I did that was truly unique and that I brought to market is protected by the patent.
Gotcha.
And I think what Sig may have, this is speculation, but what Sig may have trouble proving is they did anything but change the dimensions of the wall of a magazine.
I mean, we're assuming that's what they're patenting. And if that's the case, the Springfield, not the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus and the Ruger Max 9 would fall under that infringement as well.
Yeah,
You would think.
It's interesting. And the other thing, too, is you can tell Sig is trying to play their cards in terms of popularity because they know that for the consumer, more options in a high-capacity micro pistol is what we want. So if Sig is going to play bad guy and say, you can't have all these options, they may suffer like, hey, I was into the...
shooting themselves in the foot, so to speak.
Exactly. So it'll be interesting to see if they can...
Yeah, we recently ran a poll on our Facebook page to see which one our customers preferred, the 365 or the Hellcat. 365 won by, it was like 57 to 42% out of 400
So
votes.
fairly close, but a clear winner.
Exactly. And this may shoot themselves in the foot where people prefer the Hellcat. It's tough to say.
When we come back on a break, we'll talk about how gun companies have in the past nearly tanked themselves, in fact, nearly bankrupted themselves with positions that they've taken on topics and issues.
Absolutely.
And so this is the end of the second hour, right, Trevor?
That's correct.
All right. So I want to remind you, if you want to win a gun today, you need to share the feed, tag 5 of your friends. You can win the 12-gauge home defense shotgun. I also want to remind you to get the podcast and get the live stream. So if you're listening...
So good.
If you're listening on the radio, you can go to gunshopshow.com, find the download for the whole episode so you can watch it on demand. You can watch it whenever it's convenient for
Watch
you.
it on demand. You can watch it on the woman.
Well played.
You can watch it however you'd like to. Stay with us. We're going to have the show overdrive of
The Gun Shop Show.
Nailed it.
Kids are curious by nature. Do your part to prevent unwanted tragedy from striking in your home by doing these simple tasks. Consider gun locks and/or gun safes for storage of firearms. Don't leave your guns unattended where children could reach them. Discuss with your children the rules of firearm safety. Sign your kids up for hunter safety classes. Firearm safety in the household is your responsibility. Do your part to prevent unwanted tragedy from striking in your home. For more information, visit JasperCountySheriff.org.
Buckle up, because belts just got better. With Core Essentials, the perfect fit every time. With 40-plus sizing positions. Styles for any situation. Whether in the boardroom, crushing sales and taking names, on your next adventure, in the great outdoors, or when you're done for the day and ready to relax. Get your perfect fit with Core Essentials.
The Gun Shop Show, the Gun Shop Show. What is it? We don't know. The Gun Shop Show, the Gun Shop Show. Here we go, it's the Gun Shop Show.
Welcome to the show overdrive. During the break, Lulu wanted to reassure everyone that
I could ID if I thought I was supposed to be quiet.
she's all natural. This
Yes,
is
I am.
her in her natural habitat. That's her natural hair color.
Yeah.
And I got to give it to you. I'm not even joking about this. All of the like 20-something-year-old gals are going to the hairdresser and getting that exact shade of hair.
That's right.
They're
I'll
paying-
set trends.
Cutting edge.
They're paying money.
They're a third my age and paying 3 times the money.
That's right.
I just buy shampoo.
That's all it takes. Yeah, people ask me what the secret to my beard is, and I'm like, I pick most of the food out of it. Most of it.
Genetics.
Like, how'd you get a beard like that? Well, I just don't shave.
I'm like,
I just don't care about my hygiene.
I'm like, you know how when you shave every morning when you wake up, you take the razor and you put it on your face and you hold it at this angle.
Yeah.
I do that, except for I don't use a razor at all ever.
You just don't put it to your face.
You don't put it to your face. You just hold it several inches away.
You're gonna
I
want to
would
throw
like
that
to
in the
mention
trash.
that a beard catches everything, where a bra will do the same.
That's true.
And you have snacks later.
Beautiful women.
It's a surprise for when your
A
husband
good
takes
old
off.
a bra snack.
There's I had some trail mix in there one time.
There's my nuts.
This is much more saltier than it was beforehand.
Yeah, they got a few unfair letters to the Chex Mix Corporation. They're complaining about the saltiness. It wasn't their fault. We're talking about the lawsuit between Sig Sauer and
Springfield Armory.
Springfield Armory.
Yes, sir.
Before the break,
You're gonna have to change the name to Sig Sauer. I take that back if you want to sponsor a 6 hour.
Salty.
Got him.
Now Trevor's shooting us.
I'm good.
So
I'm gonna get sued
so
now.
we have each of the magazines here in studio. We've got the
Well, one's black and the other one's silver. I see what the problem is.
that's they're different.
I don't think you can patent that.
Yeah, Springfield's probably like, no, it's a different color.
Right.
It's a different color.
No, theirs is silver. Ours is black.
Oh my gosh, duh.
Oh my god.
I want a black one. I want a silver one.
That sounds like you in the barrel on this gun.
Yeah.
Seriously though, what if you compare? Let's see what other magazines do we have here. Let's pop out that FN. Yeah, hang with
Pop
me.
out that FN.
You got my 12 gauge magazine.
There you go. Now you got
Okay,
full size.
So here's
double
the
stack.
Nobody's debating the proprietary nature of a magazine that holds rounds, right? What they're arguing is that in the way that theirs holds rounds is somehow unique and therefore property of SIG.
Yeah.
So does anyone know any particular backstory about anything earth-shattering that they did to make this work? Like, look at the overall shape of a standard double-stack magazine and a micro-compact magazine. This is a 20-round mag. This is a 10-round mag. And it's about exactly double. So all they did was really just pinpoint the right dimensions to make this metal box to hold 10 rounds and still fit inside a small gun. And so I don't know, what do you guys think? We don't know what the actual legal precedent is.
No.
We don't know what the courts are going to decide.
I know the president we have right now isn't legal. I'm sorry.
Some members of our no, it wasn't our fan group that thought that. It was someone else's. They thought maybe he wasn't even a real human being.
He was a robot.
Lizard alien robot.
He was both. The guy was making an
I
argument.
like when they compare the ears from one to the other. It's like, his ears ain't the same. Well, they're a lot older. Maybe they're sagging now.
I'm like,
I know that works in other body parts. Unfortunately,
They're like, look, it's obviously different.
I hope that nobody ever does that to me, because that will immediately be deemed, because my ears are not the same one side to the other. So
maybe you're a lizard alien.
Maybe so. Just not being symmetric means
It's
that
good.
you're
He
an
says
alien.
maybe so.
I don't know, but I've had this debate on intellectual property before, and
Right.
I can even I can even be convinced that perhaps the way that we protect intellectual property is not really free market or fair anyway. What do you guys think? Should you be able to say putting 10 rounds in a magazine is protected intellectual property?
I protect my intellectual property with the gun. So I'm going to put that magazine into the gun, and then it's protected.
It's tough for me to say without knowing exactly what they're claiming that Springfield did.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that innovative other than how the rounds set inside of it.
I could be convinced if the mags were interchangeable, that it was like a blatant copy. If the 365 mag fit in the Hellcat and worked.
You know, even still, like, does it really? I mean, I don't know. I guess if you were the first one to make a magazine,
I don't know. Mossberg did something similar where their MC1, their compact they came out with recently, the magazines are Glock 43 magazines.
So
and they're interchangeable.
You are allowed, even if something is proprietary, to make it compatible. You're not advertising this as something I've produced and put it under my brand. You're just saying my product works with this other brand, and you don't need to have their permission to say that these pads work with a Swiffer. Like, you can just say this fits on a Swiffer. It's compatible with a Swiffer, and you don't need Swiffer's permission to say that.
Right.
And so it certainly seems like an uphill battle.
It's kind of like when you, like on
so.
medicine bottles, you know, like aspirin will say, you know, compared to Tylenol.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if it's going to hold up to just say, oh, we held X number of rounds.
I have a hard time buying that
would be
is
tough.
going to fall through. I think more
Is
than
that
anything,
because he doesn't pay you enough to buy?
No, it
Okay.
really is just
so
because
it's a different way. Okay.
looking at knowing that there's only so many ways you can take rounds and stack them. Where's the ingenuity? Where's the innovation? And like, instead of going from this to this is somehow genius. I'm not buying it.
To me, if they'd done something I'd never seen, like somehow the rounds were in a tube, they were no bigger than the rounds, and they inserted in the back of the gun or something like that, you could make the argument this has never been done before and it's unique. But
this is not unique.
You hold it next to anything, and obviously it's smart. Obviously, and it's an advantage to have a gun that compact that holds that much. I just don't see that. But I have seen weird patents granted before. A guy got a patent for boneless ribs.
For boneless ribs?
All he was doing was taking
The bone out of the rib.
the bone out of the rib. Seriously.
Really?
By the way, I had my daughter Emerson convinced that she was spoiled because her mom always buys her boneless hot dogs, and not all families get that treat.
Oh my gosh!
It's fun getting to be.
You mean there's hot dogs out there without a bone in it?
You mean to tell me?
I prefer my hot dogs bone in.
I do.
I can't imagine.
I have to say.
I can't imagine that guy being like, "Look, these are ribs. They're bone free," and they're like, "Yeah, that sounds good."
I remember that song, "Bone Free."
As free as my heart.
But if we're being honest, ribs with bones in them significantly better than bone.
Can you imagine how traumatic visiting a hog farm where none of the hogs have ribs?
Just gelatinous blobs.
It's just front legs and back legs and like
That would be a sway back.
a fat slinky of an animal writhing around in pain. That's horrible. Guys,
You don't know that he's in pain.
You bonk turkeys, dude.
He's make believe.
Yeah.
that was natural.
Natural selection.
Natural selection.
It was natural that at some point in Eli's life
Did you make
he was
a noise
going
when
to be
you
bonking turkeys.
bonk, 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 bonk?
Yeah, you know,
Tank.
I need to remember that if I'm ever not happy with results of my life, I'm like, I could be back bonking turkeys, smelling like a dirty armpit.
We could all use a little perspective at
said
times.
that one
Yeah.
time.
Oh man, guys, I'm running out of gas for today. I don't know about you guys. Do we have any other topics we need to cover?
Not really. We got some more gun shooting we could show.
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah, we should show Logan's trick shot.
I forgot.
Do we have any footage of Lulu?
That's pretty.
Yeah, we got footage of Lulu. Have we not shown any footage of Lulu?
Could you show one where I hit the target?
Which one was that?
I got to
Make sure her shirt's on. She was taking it off.
Well, it was hot out there.
She's like, is this where I take my shirt off?
It is.
That's my hand right there.
All right, here. This is Logan with his trick shot.
I got manly hands.
Folks, this TX22 competition is so good, I don't even need to look at the target.
You hit it.
There you go.
You look very you look like you would work at a different gun store.
go.
Let's leave it that.
Yeah.
You're like, there you go. There you go.
That's all you need.
There she is. She's ringing that
Plinking
steel.
it up.
Nah, she did good. She did real good.
Here. Plink, plink. Oh, wait. Plink. Oh, I can't get it timed right. Plink. It's time delayed.
I like it.
Folks, if Logan can do it,
Real original.
a baby can do it.
Safety's on.
That's nice.
His face is creeping over sort of.
You're looking at the corner of your eye.
Yeah, I was.
You could really tell he was looking away.
I didn't see you there.
What's this?
I forgot I did that. It's kind of 45 reminiscent like a 1911, but it's
Back it up. Back it up.
right.
That was so ridiculous.
Oh, I didn't see you there. This is Logan. We're shooting a Smith & Wesson model 4045. It's kind of 45 reminiscent like a 1911, but it's in 40 Smith & Wesson.
When you said 40-45, I thought, that's a 40 caliber, not a 45.
Yeah, I got the model wrong. My bad.
Ding dong. Ding dong.
Bringing that steel.
Next time I'm bringing my gun so I can hit.
I like it.
I need to practice
LuLu
with my
Comer shooting my Smith & Wesson 40 caliber. Been a while. Let's see if I can still hit anything.
Oh, that's that one that had that long trigger pull.
It did, yeah.
The trigger's just long.
Okay.
Real long.
Yeah.
The 4 O's.
It's been a while since I touched a long trigger.
It is long, ain't it?
It is
It
long.
is long, ain't it?
You wasn't lying. I assumed you was. Most of the time, it is a lie.
My glasses are fogging up.
That's what she said.
They start talking about long triggers, and my glasses fogged up. I can't help it.
This is Trevor with the Gun Shop Show. We're shooting the Smith & Wesson Model 4046, not 4045. I'll talk to Logan about that later.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
gonna shoot this gun.
Were you actually right, Trevor?
Yeah, I read the side of the gun.
No one trusts you because you're usually like, it's this thingy with the thing about Bob or something like that.
Yeah,
Am I
like the,
hitting below the target?
Yes.
I could not figure out where I was hitting.
Mine went
Yeah, it's like right in front of it.
Yeah.
And folks, that's how not to shoot the gun.
What's up? This is Logan reporting from the Panzer Arms.
Stop.
And forgive me, but I don't actually know this. Oh, BP-12. Bullpup 12.
Yeah.
Oh, we already showed this one, didn't we?
No, this is the bullpup. No, you showed your own.
Take it off.
No, this is the one I just
The
got.
BP.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, you had the DP. This is
Oh, the DP.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to get the BP.
The donkey.
bullpup. This is my little pup. Yeah,
Doctor's
it would have
like,
been more impressive if I would have remembered the magazine to be a semi-automatic.
This here's gun I just bought from the LibertyTreeguns, and I'm excited to try it. I just wish I would have remembered to bring magazine so I could semi-auto. But
we turned it into a
Grandma's
single
old.
shot.
Yeah, Grandma's old.
We at least got to try
It
it.
would have been impressive.
that reminds me when you see like an Amish person, they're like on their horse and buggy with their suspenders, and then you look over and they have like an iPhone, and they're making a phone call. I'm like,
Yeah, baby.
This is Trevor on the Gun Shop Show. We're shooting the Panzer Arms BP-12. says it's made with real turkey. We'll see how this goes.
It actually is made in Turkey.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Love that smell.
Eli had the urge to bonk it.
I saw that gun and I want to put it out of its misery. Run around with no magazine.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're not at the range with us. We get kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. Gets real.
Yeah, that's the only time I get weird.
I don't believe that.
No one
Yeah.
does.
Hard to deny.
Nah.
What else we got?
Oh, we got a few more here.
A Ruger Red Hawk.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah,
We could show
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, let's
show
show
that.
that. Here we go. Let's show
44
that.
mag. That was the first one.
This is Logan. We're shooting the 44 mag Super Red Hawk. I'm kind of scared, but let's see.
With the matching Simmons scope with the Ruger
Yeah.
emblem on top.
We've heard of this one.
Yes, you have.
Heard tell.
Bing bong.
Got some kick to it. And I missed because, of course. There we go. Thing has a little bit of thump.
This is Trevor with the Gun Shop Show. I know what you're thinking. Is that a 44 Magnum? You better believe it.
It's like you kind of had a shtick, but then you ran out of ideas for the
Yeah.
stick.
Yeah, it burned.
I know what you're thinking to yourself. Should I have thought of the second half of this bit? But I didn't.
Me like it.
This is Logan. We're
Yeah, it
shooting
came out of
LuLu's RP9. The She won on the Gun Shop Show. Thanks
See,
for
you
being a
really
fan.
can win, folks.
Yeah,
that's
that's right.
proof.
And I won it on my birthday, too.
And that's even better.
That's a
Right?
triple. You can triple stack above the stack.
Yeah, just like
He
I'm a triple
folds
D.
on the stacking.
Lulu from Carthage. This here's the 9mm I won from the gun shop show. Thank you for the birthday present, fellas. Now let's see if I can do it right.
Yeah.
Very,
Very
white.
Yeah.
All I seen was the flapping arm. Could you film me from behind next time? Wait, I need to do more exercises.
Pinging the target.
Yeah, you're hitting it.
Heck yeah.
That's because it's my gun. Awesome.
Hi, this is Trevor with the Gun Shop Show. I'm shooting the Remington RP9. It is Lulu's personal firearm that she won for sharing and tagging the Gun Shop Show.
That's
Thanks for
right.
letting us shoot your gun, Lulu.
My pleasure.
Sound like you're editing it in.
Right?
Nope, that was just me.
Little dead eye.
All right, dead eye Trevor.
That's how
You know what we should do here on the show overdrive?
What's that? We're shooting LuLu's LWRC.
Did we show this
Do you
one?
do anything impressive here?
That's
Or are
a
you
really
funny?
fancy AR.
I'm not interested in it.
Yeah,
Just-
you can skip it.
Just click pause.
I don't miss.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
funny.
that's not impressive
It's
anymore.
funnier when you do miss.
I know.
I just had a great idea. Let's record. We'll do a little back of house work, right? A little behind the scenes, and we'll just live on the show. I hope the viewer doesn't mind.
If there are any viewers.
Yeah, if you're still with us.
Let's get some Lulu sound bites that we can use for playback.
We
in
need
the
to
show.
get one of those endorsements from her though.
Yeah, let's do it right now.
Okay.
What am I supposed to say? A sound bite. You give me something to chew on, quick. I gotta make a bite.
Okay, so I'm just gonna set things up.
I'll set up.
You look right into the camera, and you just do whatever comes to mind. Okay.
Oh no, you don't want to do that. It's usually a dirty mind that comes to.
Let's say, how about you say, I'm Lulu and I watch the Gun Shop Show because, and you fill that in. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm Lulu, and I watch the Gun Shop Show because all the fellers are handsome.
There we go. All right.
I like it. I can dig it.
Thank you.
Okay, how about this?
And it's true.
Well, we appreciate that compliment.
They're
very
eye
much.
candy, every one of them. And I like my candy.
There's one of those sound bites.
Okay, let's do. This is Lulu, and if I wasn't watching,
This is Lulu. That's not Lulu.
And say, if I wasn't watching the gun shop show, I would be. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
If I wasn't watching the gun shop show, I wouldn't be as cool as I am.
Nice. All right, come up with another one. If I
Okay.
wasn't watching the gun shop show, 1, 2, 3.
If I wasn't watching the gun shop show, I'd be at work.
That's pretty good.
Now you just need a job where you can watch
That's
the gun
because
shop show.
I always say, if you can't be pretty, you better be witty.
I like it. It rhymes, so it makes
I know,
sense.
I know, right?
Well played, Logan.
All right. The biggest idiot on the gun shop show is
Me.
1, 2, 3.
The biggest idiot on the gun shop show, especially today, is Lulu from Carthage.
From Carthage.
People's got to know.
Oh, okay. What else? We need more sound bites from
Oh, man, I'm so bad at this stuff, dude. Let's see. We need like a Mad Libs version.
Yeah.
I never played that. I don't know what that is.
You don't know? You don't play Mad Libs? Oh, it's
No,
the best.
no.
It's so good.
No.
How about-
I'm always mad at libs. So it just comes natural.
Oh, so you play the game.
That's pretty good.
Oh, is that it? Shoot.
Shoot, I've been playing that all my life.
I play that every minute of my life.
Let's do
Let's do Lulu. That's the after show. I want to know why there's a naked man butt I keep looking at over there. And it's not Trevor I'm pointing at.
No, that was a mold of me.
bring it over here. Bring it over here so that
Bring it over here.
demystify what she's talking about.
It's like,
It was a mold of Trevor, and the anatomy is 100% correct.
wait, when you turn it around, what is it?
Exactly.
Wah, wah, wah. So that was disappointing.
All right.
It's still, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the phone
See,
just
there
rang.
was-
More personality than what I have.
The phone just rang, and not only is the new radio stations out, but U.S. Law Shield was watching the show, and they were like, hey, yeah, our logo's right up above his left shoulder. And then they just saw mannequin butt, and they're like, who said yes to this?
We protect everyone, even the legless and the armless.
Legolas.
I'm the long arm of the...
That's what happens when you try to get him, the long arm or the law. We just cut those arms off.
Okay, here's what
That's
we need.
not against the police, by the way. I love you guys.
let's have you say,
you.
this is Lulu,
This is Lulu.
and I know you're blank because you're watching the gun shop show. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
This is Lulu, and I know you're blessed because you're watching the gun shop show.
I love it.
Good.
Because God comes first.
How about this? Are you willing to say, this is
I'm willing
Lulu?
to say anything you want me to, buddy.
And pay $10.
You put the words in my mouth, and I'll let them spit out.
How about you say, this is Lulu?
Okay,
You
I
know
got that part down.
You say, I know you're sexy because you're watching the gun shop show. Do it.
This is Lulu, and I know you're sexy because you're watching the gun shop show.
One of these is going to be usable.
Don't count on it. But remember, it's free.
It's worth the price you paid.
That's right. You get what you pay for.
I love it. I've had a great time today.
I've had a blast.
We appreciate that.
I sit and talk to the radio. You guys have fun with me every week. You just don't know. This is what they would have said.
We love it. We've genuinely enjoyed your fanship of the show. We've genuinely enjoyed
It
your...
was the best find I've ever had on TV.
Wow.
Coming across, it was awesome. And then finding out you guys are actually like you are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this isn't a put on.
No.
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 Then I knew, dang, I could fit right in with them fellers.
You weren't wrong. You weren't wrong. So anyway,
I hardly ever am. Yeah, my old man, he knew I was Mrs. Right. He didn't know my first name was always.
Oh man, this has been an absolute hoot. We appreciate it. We hope that you'll
Not to be confused with Hooters.
This is time. We're closing it out. I can feel it. It's time to keep it
I
safe.
can smell it from over here.
That's right.
Oh man, what
Thanks,
a good
guys.
time.
Really, thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's
We
been
had
a
a good time.
blast.
It was fun.
You want to close this last one out?
Oh yeah, take us home.
To Carthage.
Where I'm
You've
from.
been watching the Gun Shop Show.
I love it.
Tune in next week. Same bat time. Same bat channel.
Now you speak about language.
Same bad time, same bad
Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Good stuff.
Take it on out. Cooking your ears, bro. Cooking the old ears.